guys have questions for me? You better have come this weekend with at least one question. Not yet. Save it for the end, okay? Maybe I'll answer it. But if I don't answer it, make sure you ask for it, okay? So I'll tell you a little bit about how I got started playing, a little bit about my life, and then we'll get to some questions. Deal? Okay. So I started playing when I was 5 years old. I have two older brothers. They both played baseball. I wanted to be just like them. One was 10 years older, one is 10 years older, and one's 5 years older. So I was the younger sister. I was not fast enough, strong enough, quick enough, smart enough. I constantly got beat. So I blame them for this crazy competitive fire within me and my hatred of losing. I don't like the word hate, but I hate to lose. And so when I turned 5, my parents signed me to play softball, and I was so pumped because I got to finally experience what winning was like, and it was pretty fun. And I loved being out on the field doing the same thing that the boys did, but cooler because girls did it. And I loved the different aspects of the game. It wasn't just doing one skill or a couple skills. There's so many ways to get better in this game. There's offense, there's defense. So if you're struggling on offense, you can still help your team out defensively. There's hitting, there's base running, there's fielding. Okay, there's playing catch, there's throwing, there's pitching. So many ways, bunting, slapping, so many ways to get better and be good at this game, which was fun. It wasn't doing the same thing over and over. I started pitching when I was 8 years old. Our coach lined us up on the line, and whoever could throw strikes and someone throw hard found themselves in the circle, and I could kind of sort of do both. I didn't like the pressure of pitching, but I liked to pitch. I liked to face hitters in that batter's box. I liked having the ball in my hand every pitch. Do you guys feel pressure sometimes? Yeah. Okay. Guess what? I learned to love that pressure. You guys love it? No. Well, at your age, I didn't love it either. Okay? But guess what? When you get older, you start realizing that that pressure is a privilege. What's pressure? What's pressure? Privilege. You guys know what a privilege is? It's pressure, not a girl. It's an honor, okay? It's a thing that you get to do. It's special. Those pressure situations, okay? That's why you train. That's why you practice. That's why you play, is for those pressure situations. And is it really pressure? It's a game, okay? Don't ever forget that. And if you're playing softball and you have a ball in your hand, if you're on a field somewhere, life is good. If you're playing softball, what's life? Good. I don't care what the scoreboard says, okay, or what your ERA is, what your batting average is, okay? If you're having the worst season, okay, ever, life is still good if you're on a softball field. All right, I get way too many emails every single week of young girls battling illnesses, diseases, injuries, that they would give anything to spend one day out on that softball field. Okay, if you're out there on that field, it's a gift. It's a blessing. Life is good with a ball in your hand. I don't care if you're winning or losing. Don't ever forget that, okay? It's a game, ultimately. You can still hate to lose them, okay? And losing still hurts, okay? But you guys get frustrated from this game? I know you guys are tough. Do you know how I know you're tough? Because you like this sport. And our sport is not easy. Our sport's probably one of the toughest sports out there. You're told to hit a moving round object with a moving round object. Okay? That's pretty difficult, right? Probably one of the things, the hardest thing in all of sport is to hit a baseball or softball. It's a game of failure. There's not too many other sports out there, okay, that if you fail more times than you succeed, you're still considered good. All right? Hitting, you're going to fail more times than you get on base. Okay? But learn from it, move on, and you guys are tough because you play this sport. Okay? And pitchers, guess what? The odds are in our favor. 70% of the time, we're going to get that hitter out. Okay? Don't doubt yourself out there on the mound. Believe in yourself, trust yourself, go for it. Challenge those hitters. And you can't defend walks. Don't walk people. Don't walk people. Make them earn it. Okay? There was no way. I didn't even like hitting people. Everyone always says, oh, did you intentionally hit people? And I was like, absolutely not. First of all, I don't like to hit. I don't like to hurt people. I do get mad, but I wouldn't want to hurt anybody. But at the same time, there's no way that I'm going to let them get to first base. No chance. Because if they get to first base, guess what? As a pitcher, I just lost. And she won. Don't walk people. Okay? The odds are in her favor. Go right at those hitters. As a hitter, you're going to get out. Okay? You're going to get frustrated. Okay? My challenge to you is turn that frustration into determination. What are we going to turn frustration into? Determination. That's your fuel to your fire. Okay? Go out there, work even harder. learn from those failures and get better, okay? And know that you're gonna get out. So you gotta deal with it and keep plugging away, keep plugging away. This is a game of consistency and a game of average. Just like life, it'll take you through the good times and the bad times. And we gotta be, as people, and athletes and as teammates, as consistent as we can. Okay, every single day, give the best you have. And that's ultimately all anybody can ask of you and all you can ask of yourself, is to be the best you, okay? Oftentimes, if I were to have the whole Olympic team standing next to me, guess what? I would fall short in so many categories. They would be better than me in a lot of ways. I can't hit the ball as hard as Crystal Bustos. I can't catch like Mackenzie, okay? I can't play outfield like Leah. I can't play third base like Tony, okay? Find your gifts and run with it. Okay, you were wonderfully, fearfully made to be the best Haley, to be the best Grace, to be the best Kennedy. Don't be a second best somebody else. Okay, if you're constantly looking at what other people have and what you don't, your gifts will never shine. Okay, let your gifts shine. And a lot of times, guess what? When we struggle, when we get out, when we're having a hard time, what do? Usually we focus more on ourselves, huh? And guess what? We dig that hole deeper and deeper. My challenge to you is when you're struggling, okay, jump on whoever's back isn't struggling. Okay? Let them carry you, and eventually, guess what? It'll come back to you, and you'll be carrying them. All right? Be the best that you can be. There's a lot of things in life, a lot of things in this game that we can't control. Okay? We can't control our coaches, right? We can't control a lot of times if we're on the bench or out there on the field. Okay? We can't control the weather. We can't control whether we're from small town, big town. Okay? We can't control our parents, right? No. We can't control those umpires that sometimes don't make the right calls. Right? Two things we can always control: attitude and effort. What are those two things? Attitude and effort. Attitude and effort. Whatever is brought our way, good, bad, we can always control our attitude and effort. Okay? How many of you guys have had to play with a bad attitude on your team? It was never you, right? Don't be that bad attitude. Life is too short for bad attitudes. Okay? Rise above it and be the best you. Remember, I said life is good if you're playing softball. Okay? Whatever you're doing, be the best that you can be, whether it's in the classroom, on the playing field, whatever it is. Okay? We're not guaranteed tomorrow. All we have is today. We got to live it up and be the best that we can be. Okay? Encourage one another. This, like we said, this game is hard. So encourage your teammates. Be there for your teammates. How many of you guys have had to deal with mean teammates? Mean girls. I wish I could tell you it would get better, but it doesn't. Okay? Rise above it, shower them with love, don't stoop down to their level. There's always people going to be telling
Coaches, you have 12 minutes. Coaches, you have 12 minutes.
There's always going to be people telling you what you can't do, or who you will never be, or what you'll never do. I had a coach tell me when I was 12 that I would never be a championship pitcher. I could have believed him, he could have broke me. Luckily, my parents were there to say if you want it bad enough, go out there and work, and you can become that championship pitcher. Okay? We would make it to the final. This was like probably the top team in the country that I was playing for. And I never got the opportunity to throw in the championship game. And my dad knew that I needed the opportunity, whether to fail or succeed, but I wasn't even going to get it. Okay? And he didn't believe in me, so my dad, we finished out the winter ball. We used to change teams for spring ball. All right? And the Lord has a great sense of humor sometimes. Okay? 6 months later, guess where we were? In Tennessee, in the national tournament. Okay? We were both in the losers bracket. If you're in the nationals, you don't want to be in the losers bracket because that means a lot of games. We were on like our 4th game of the day. Okay, and it was as hot as can be, muggy in Tennessee. It was like 9:30 at night. I'm in the bullpen, and my finger has split open. Okay, and it's bleeding. I can feel my heartbeat in my finger. Okay, I was tired. I was scared. Guess who we were having to play? That team, that coach. Okay, here we were, and I remember warming up in that bullpen, and I was kind of crying. My dad knew I was scared. My coach comes over. He could tell something's wrong, and he was like, "Jenny, what's wrong?" Look at my finger, it's hurting so bad. And my dad instantly cuts me off and says she's fine. And forces me out there on that field and says she's ready to pitch, she'll pitch. And guess what? I got in that game and my adrenaline took over. One pitch at a time, guess what this non-championship pitcher on my team did? He sent that team back to California, out of the national tournament. And ironically enough, guess what? His daughter went to a rival college of mine. I got to beat him all the way up through, and it made it that much sweeter every single time. All right? Do your talking with your game, with the way you live, not with your mouth. Okay? Be the best that you can be. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. I'm so thankful that my dad was there to push me and motivate me and tell me I could do it if I worked hard enough. Okay? You can do anything. are mine too. All right? Those mean girls, rise above it. Okay, rise above it. I was told the last group, there was a girl in college, she was a year ahead of me, she was a pitcher, there was a lot of competition between us, she wasn't very nice to me, okay? 8 years later, she called me up and wanted to meet me for lunch. And I remember calling Tony, my best friend, I was like, Tony, if I show up missing, you know who to go find. I don't know what she would want with me after 8 years. I met her for lunch and she started bawling and she asked for my apology from college for the way she treated me. And my heart broke because she had to deal with that for the last 8 years. Okay, so those mean girls, they're dealing with something in their heart. Okay, rise above it, shower with love, I promise. Okay, take the high road. All you can do is be the best you and control what you can control, and that's your attitude and your effort, always. All right, how many of you guys want to play college ball? Your parents want money more. College is expensive. There is nothing greater, better than playing college athletics, being part of that team, that family, in the collegiate atmosphere. Okay, there's a lot of young girls around this country that want that same goal. All right? What are you going to do to get there? Practice, work hard. Okay, can we cruise? Cruising isn't going to get us to our dreams and goals because there's a lot of girls your age that want that same scholarship as you, that they're pushing their pedal to the metal. They're constantly getting better, constantly climbing that ladder. And that's where we got to do. There's often times where I would catch myself just cruising. Okay, life's too short to cruise. Okay, be the best that you can be. Give it all you got. There's nothing better walking off practice or walking out of that classroom knowing that you studied as hard as you could for that test. And ultimately you can deal with any grade that comes your way or any win or loss that comes your way if you know that you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I gave it my all. And that's all anybody can ask. Okay? Give it your all. Whatever it is, whether you're in the classroom, on the playing field. Those college coaches, they're going to check your grades. Okay? I know a lot of girls that had athletic ability to go play at that next level, but they didn't have the grades. And we work with college girls doing these camps all around the country, and I would say 60+% of those girls are not on a college scholarship because of softball. It's their grades that allow them to play softball at that next level. So they're getting money to go to college because of their grades, and that allows them to play softball. So you never know what doors are going to be open. Keep those grades up, work hard, don't be afraid to ask for help, tutors, counselors, advisors, okay? Be the best you. Guess what? They're going to want to watch you make great plays, make diving catches, hit home runs, okay? And they're also going to watch you when you fail. Because they're going to see what type of competitor, what type of athlete you are. And we said there's nothing worse than playing with a bad attitude, right? They don't want that bad attitude in their college program, okay? So have a good attitude, encourage one another, turn our frustration into what? Determination. Awesome. Frustration will only get you snotty nose and teary eyes. You got to go put it into hard work. That's your fuel to your fire, that's your motivation, that's your go for your dreams and goals, pedal to the metal. All right, be the best that you can be. My school friends stopped asking me to do anything because they knew the answer was no. I had softball all the time. Okay, my parents' wardrobe, my wardrobe switched to whatever team colors I was on. Or my family vacations that we went on, not very many of them, the ones that we did go on, those were now called softball tournaments. Okay, there was a lot of sacrifice. I missed out on a lot of beach parties, slumber parties. Okay, a lot of swimming in pools, a lot of those fun things. But guess what? I'm so thankful now because those pools, those beaches, those malls, those are still there. But this window to play this game is so short. Be the best that you can be, make the best of it. And it's going to take sacrifice. If you want to be good at anything, it's going to take hard work. It's going to take sacrifice. Okay? It's going to take a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get there. And some of my greatest losses, my toughest losses, my worst losses, okay, my biggest heartbreaks became my greatest motivation. Okay, throughout my career. Keep plugging away. Keep plugging away. You guys have any questions? A couple minutes. How did you block out the fans when we were cheering? You kind of get in that mode. It's like you're just in the zone. It's me and my catcher, and I'm not thinking about anything else. A lot of times your mind will wander. Do you guys have that negative voice in your head? Yes, I wish I could tell you that it would go away, but it never goes away. It's always there, okay? But I learned the more I practiced, the more I prepared, the quieter that voice got. You gotta knock it out as soon as it comes in. Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. Sometimes you have to think about your favorite ice cream flavor, okay? It's better to think about your favorite ice cream flavor than failure, okay? One pitch at a time and go for it. Be in the zone, have little goals to get you to the big goal. If you just look at that championship at the end of the season, that's a big goal, and that's a long ways to go. My challenge to you is this next pitch. not the on-deck hitter, not the hitter in the hole. For me, 1 inning would be overwhelming. Okay, because in this next inning, I have to face the world's best 3 hitters. Okay, that could get me, okay, nervous, scared. For me, it's like, oh no, don't focus on who's on deck. I gotta focus on this hitter, and not only this at bat, but this one pitch at a time. Be in the zone. How fast do I pitch the ball? I topped out at 72 miles an hour. I average high 60s. I did. I'll throw today, and I probably won't hit that, but I'll be mid in the 60s, hopefully high 60s. Pitches: a rise ball, a drop ball, a screwball, which goes into a righty, a curveball, and a changeup. And I'll throw them all loose. What kind of changeup? I do the backhand turnover change. How many gold medals? Only 1. I'm thankful for that one, though. I'll tell you. That's a lot. 1 gold and 1 silver. We won world championships a couple times. We won Pan American Games, but kind of like the only medal talk about really. Good questions. A couple more minutes. This is your chance. So my parents that are celebrating their 46th anniversary, that's crazy today, they started dating on the 27th of their freshman year of high school. So it was their number and I could have stolen it. How many times a week did I practice? Usually 2 times to 3 times a week. And then I was playing usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So playing travel ball year round. And then a couple times during the week. You definitely need those days off because your muscle fibers get weak and stretched out when you pitch, so you need that time to let them get strong again. How many pitches did I throw a day? I was never one on pitch count. It was more kind of how I was feeling and how my games were doing. If I was getting tired at the end of the games, then I knew I had to extend my workouts during the week. I was never one really on pitch count. But you'll learn if you pitch as hard and as fast as you can, which is game speed, and that's my challenge to you. Okay? You can't have a practice speed and you can't have a game speed. Because guess what? You get in the game and your adrenaline's pumping, okay? You're gonna want to go game speed. But guess what? Your body's used to practice speed. So it's not gonna match up. Okay? One of my favorite quotes: practice like it's competition, compete like it's practice. Practice like it's what? Competition. And then we compete like it's what? Practice. Okay? And that's truly when my game started elevating to that next level. When every single day I got out on the field, it was like game speed, game mode. Because you can't practice at 80% and want to go 100% in the games. Okay, your timing, your mechanics, everything's going to be off. You got to be as close as you can to game speed, game mode, and practice. And then you get that uniform on, you get that adrenaline pumping, those butterflies flying, and it works to your advantage. But if your practices are like this, okay, and nowhere near your game speed, you add that uniform, you add that adrenaline, you add that pressure situation, cute boys in the stands, whatever. Just kidding. Boys will always be there. Okay, that if you're not used to practicing, it's going to be a mess. Okay, there's going to be inconsistency like crazy. You got to do it in practice. Game speed, game mode. And then
all right, campers, get ready to switch to your next station. You have 5 minutes to get over there.
What other teams? Oh, I played on a bunch.
Again, campers, get ready to switch over to your next station. The next station begins in 5 minutes.
How many home runs did I hit? Not enough. The team that I was for winter ball that said I wasn't good enough was the Firecrackers. And I went to the Bat Busters and then we beat them.